Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another What's the Play. I've been away for a bit. I've just been kind of busy. It's almost holiday time, and that's how it is. We got a submission from Wandering Winder in the Discord about the Brothers War draft. Uh, Pretty common sort of scenario that he submitted, and I'll go over. Again, if you appreciate this sort of analysis or discussion of, lines of play, what to think about during a game, and so forth, or you want to submit a scenario like yourself, look at the links below, leave a comment, sub to the channel, and you can find me on Discord and Twitter to submit those things. So let's get straight to the scenario. So this is game 3 of a booster draft. The relevant cards that Wandering Winder has seen from opponent are Disfigure and Wormcoil Engine. And the question is, what's the play this turn? We haven't played a land, and in our deck we have 3 Static Nets and a Prison Sentence as outs to a Wormcoil Engine. But in my mind, what is actually going on here? Well, there's a few things. The first thing is you have to ask, how likely is it for Wormcoil Engine to be in their hand? And second, what's the best way to beat it, even if they top deck it? So I think it's actually relatively unlikely that they have Wormcoil in their hand, given they played the Iron Claw Crusher, because at 6 life, I think you would almost rather play the Iron Claw Crusher, or you would rather play the Wormcoil and start to try attacking with it to gain some life versus the current board state. Another thing is the Iron Claw Crusher is a reasonable follow-up to the Wormcoil after you've cast it to start attacking with it and the Wormcoil to pump the Wormcoil to gain life as well. So in my mind, I don't think it's likely that they have Wormcoil Engine in hand. So the question is, how do we close the game out as quickly as possible before that happens? And to that end, I think I would play out Aeronaut Cavalry this turn off my mountain. Let me check if the Chain Dancer is actually a soldier real quick. But I think even if it's not a soldier, I think you should just sacrifice the value from that, because I just want to I want to shorten the clock to 2 turns. If you play cavalry, they're at 6. You attack with the cavalry twice, then they'll mostly be dead. The only other reasonable play, I think, is to play Cage Sun and name probably red on this board state. If you do that, you don't even have really an appealing attack. Like, I guess you could play it, name red, attack with all 3. They can double block your 3/5. That puts them at 2. But the problem is the Wormcoil. If they draw Wormcoil, they can block with it next turn. Yeah, so basically my intuition tells me that you should just play the Cavalry, put the counter on the Chain Dancer, and just shorten it. And on the next turn, that also makes... Let's see, what else is in the deck that could let you instantly kill them? Okay. Yeah, so if you play Cavalry, put them at 3... I guess Static Net is basically always lethal, so is Prison Sentence. I guess if you get an attack with Cavalry, draw land, then Tyrant, and they somehow kill your Cavalry, that's also an out. Yeah, it's kind of complicated, but I'm basically trying to shorten the number of turns they have to draw Wormcoil Engine because we don't currently have an answer to it. If we currently had an answer to it, I don't think it really matters that much what we do. I think our opponent usually dies in most of these spots. But my intuition tells me to play Cavalry, put them to 2 turns at most, and then they'll probably lose. And, well, if they don't, so be it. And that is my professional analysis. I mean, I have done a fair number of Brothers War booster drafts, but, these sort of things are basically interesting to think about. Also, it's like kind of interesting to think about who's the beatdown. In this scenario, Wandering Winder is definitely the beatdown given the board state. But I would say in booster draft in general, the who's the beatdown can shift more often than not compared to other formats, given the swinginess of the delta between power level of cards. Again, if you enjoy this stuff, check the stuff below, leave a comment, follow the channel, and thanks for being here.